Welcome to The Alcohol Reset, the podcast that helps you reset your habits, health, and relationship with alcohol without judgment or extremes. If you're looking to cut back, take a break, or just understand how drinking can affect your body and mind, you're in the right place. Each episode brings you science-backed insights on neuroscience, nutrition, and habit change to help you feel better, sleep deeper, and take control on your terms. This podcast is brought to you by Cloud9, makers of Daily Restore, a once-a-day supplement to support your body from alcohol's effects, and Rise and Unwind AM/PM, a 24-hour combo to curb cravings, balance mood, and improve sleep when cutting back. Visit trycloud9.com and use the code PODCAST to save 15% on your next order. I'm Mike Hardenbrook, best-selling author, neuroscience enthusiast, and habit change expert. I've helped thousands through my book and podcast to rethink their drinking, and now I'm here to help you do the same. If that sounds good, let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome. Let's talk about something that most people tend to believe, that cutting back on alcohol is just about habits and self-control. You set some rules, try to drink less, maybe even take a break, and expect everything to fall into place. But if you've ever tried to change your drinking and found it way harder than expected, I want you to know it's not just in your head. There's a biological reason why drinking less can feel so difficult, and most people have no idea it's happening. It's not just about breaking a habit. Your body is actually working against you in ways you may not realize. Alcohol disrupts your brain's natural balance of neurotransmitters, chemicals that control your mood, sleep, and cravings. Every time you drink, alcohol triggers a flood of dopamine, which makes you feel good in the moment, but it also depletes important nutrients and disrupts GABA and B1 thiamine, key components responsible for relaxation, energy, and cognitive function. When B1 levels drop, it can lead to brain fog, fatigue, and even heightened anxiety, making it harder to regulate your mood and energy levels between drinks. Over time, this depletion contributes to the cycle of cravings and feeling off when you're not drinking, which is why cutting back can feel so much harder than expected. For moderate drinkers, this creates a cycle that's easy to miss. You drink, your brain gets thrown off balance, and then hours later, or even the next day, you feel anxious, irritable, low energy, or just off. What most people don't realize is that these feelings are actually mini withdrawals, your brain trying to recalibrate itself after drinking. And because alcohol temporarily relieves those feelings, you start to crave another drink. Not just out of habit, but because your brain and body are looking for a way to feel normal again. This is something my personal doctor and good friend, Dr. Terranella, has used in his clinical practice for over a decade. He's an expert in integrative medicine and has worked with thousands of patients to correct these imbalances that make cutting back so challenging. When I met him, I was at a point where I was doing everything I thought I was supposed to, trying to drink less, setting limits, being more disciplined, but I still felt off. I'd have restless nights, I'd wake up feeling anxious, and even when I didn't want to drink, my body seemed to be asking for one. That's when Dr. Terranella explained to me what was actually happening. My body was depleted. Alcohol had been using up key nutrients, B vitamins, magnesium, amino acids, and antioxidants that my brain needed to regulate my mood and energy levels. I wasn't just dealing with habits, I was dealing with a real physical imbalance. And here's what most people don't realize. You don't have to drink every day to experience this. Even people who drink a few nights a week can find themselves caught in this cycle, feeling low energy, anxious, or irritable, without realizing that alcohol is playing a role. Once I understood that, everything changed. But there was one big problem. Getting the right support for my body was complicated. The ingredients that actually help, things that restore balance, reduce cravings, and support sleep were hard to find, expensive to buy individually, and nearly impossible to dose correctly. If you tried to buy them all separately, you'd be spending hundreds of dollars a month. And even then, you'd have to figure out the right dosages for everything to actually work together. That's why Cloud9 exists. This isn't just about supplements, it's about giving people real solutions so they don't have to struggle through this alone. It's our mission to educate, inform, and provide an easy, affordable way to support your body with the highest quality ingredients and the highest ethics and obligation to the people we serve. For me, this is personal. I know what it's like to feel stuck, to try everything you're supposed to do and still wonder why it's so hard. I know what it's like to wake up feeling off, questioning your own willpower and wondering if something is wrong with you. But the truth is, it's not just you. No one should have to struggle through this without understanding what's really happening in their body. No one should have to spend years trying to figure it out on their own like I did. That's why I do this. That's why Cloud9 exists. My mission is simple: to help make this journey easier, to take the guesswork out of it, and to make sure you don't have to figure it out alone. Whatever change looks like for you, I want you to know you've got support. That's a wrap for today's episode. If you got something out of this, do me a quick favor, leave a rating and review on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. It helps keep the show going and would mean the world to me. Got ideas, comments, or questions? Shoot me an email at mike@trycloud9.com. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking for extra support, check out Cloud9, makers of Daily Restore, a once-a-day supplement to support your body from alcohol's effects, and Rise and Unwind AM/PM, a 24-hour combo to curb cravings, balance mood, and improve sleep when taking a break. Go to trycloud9.com and use the code PODCAST to save 15% on your next order. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.